Hey everyone, James Lynch here doing a quick reaction video to the news that it appears that Diego Lopes will be taking on Yair Rodriguez in Mexico, March 29th. This is courtesy our guy Jake over at Home of Fight. And I know I haven't talked much about Jake on this channel, but Jake is one of the best in the business. I actually work with them over at Home of Fight. They're not going to put something out there if there's nothing to it here. So keep an eye on this, not 100% official, but if Jake's reporting it, I consider it very legit. And this fight does make some sense. If you're going to do good business in Mexico, you want to have this fight put together. Personally, I would have liked to see Diego Lopes and Josh Emmett. Maybe Josh isn't ready to go. I'm not sure. I know he's been injured. He did not fight this past year. And I know people also say that Yair Rodriguez is coming off a loss, but just look at the style matchup. Look at what's best for business. I talk about this all the time with the UFC. What's good for business is these two fighting each other. Lopes obviously having a huge audience, that huge Spanish audience. I know he's Brazilian, Mexican, so to speak. And you got Yair Rodriguez, who always goes to Mexico when it comes to his fights. So from a business perspective, huge fight for the company. And I also know there's probably some people who wanted to see him get the title shot against Ilia Topuria. I think they're leaning in the direction of Topuria and Volk for the rematch. We'll see, although maybe, Topuria doesn't even fight at 45 anymore. A lot of questions there. But let's get into this matchup, though. Let's do a quick tail of the tape. You can see here Lopes, currently 30 years old. He's 5'11" with a 72.5-inch reach, and Rodriguez is 32. He's also 5'11" with a 71-inch reach. So pretty similar physically, even age-wise, not a huge age gap there. And even, experience-wise, Yair actually has less fights than Lopes, but part of that is, due to injuries and him being in the UFC so long. So yeah, very interesting matchup there. Of course, Lopes coming off that win over Brian Ortega, same Brian Ortega who defeated Yair in his last fight, had that really crazy fight with Dan Ige on a couple hours notice, got big wins over Sodiq Yusuff, Pat Sabatini, Gavin Tucker, all finishes there. So big year ahead here for Diego Lopes, and what a way to do it, to headline this card. I'm assuming it's headlining. I wouldn't think, main event, 5-round fight. So listen, I didn't think it was going to be Lopes and Topuria next. You've also got Movsar Evloev in the mix. I think this is a good stay busy fight here for Diego Lopes. It's a big name in the weight class. Like I said, very good for business, so no issues with that. Rodriguez did not fight last year. If you remember, he lost to Ortega. Actually, he did fight last year. Sorry, it was early last year. 2024 against Brian Ortega. So he's looking to get back in the winning track. Back-to-back losses against Volk and Brian Ortega. So I don't think he's ever lost 3 in a row. So very interesting to see if he can bounce back here. And again, we know this is a guy that can go out there and finish. 8 knockouts, 5 submissions. This is a really, really good fight on paper if it does end up coming to fruition. Again, not 100% official, but if Jake's reporting it, I'm going to take his word for it. As far as an early prediction on this one, you got to go Diego Lopes. He's got all the momentum. He's a bit younger. Again, I think anywhere this fight goes, Diego Lopes is dangerous here. Can he finish Yair? We have seen Yair finished a few times, right? Volk was able to finish him in the 3rd round. Max Holloway couldn't, although that was a interesting. I think Holloway was coming off the big layoff, if I'm not mistaken. I could see Lopes getting like a 3rd round finish here, but saying that, he wasn't able to finish Ortega. Could also go the distance as well, but I think the side here is Diego Lopes, and if I had to guess the betting odds, I would say Lopes is probably going to be the favorite. Don't think he'll be a big favorite. I could see him being like a -150, -180 around there against Rodriguez. Again, all the momentum's on him. We know the UFC likes him. They keep putting him in these good spots. So yeah, I'm going to go Lopes for the pick, but this is one, once it's 100% official, I will be doing a preview on early look for, because this is a great fight to add to the calendar and an already great calendar for the UFC. So I'm going to know what you guys think in the comment section below. What is your prediction for this fight, and was this the fight to make? Let me know in the comments. Follow me on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, @LynchOnSports. My name is James Lynch. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.